The term creative economy deals with the interface between economy, culture, technology, and social aspects.
Hi, I'm Ashika Sethu doing Masters in Fashion Designing at the University of Hertfordshire. In this video, I'm going to highlight some problems faced in fashion industry and create awareness in sustainable fashion.
One of the largest consumer industry, fashion. It employs more than 60 million people. The fashion industry has a disastrous impact on the environment. In fact, it is the second largest polluter in the world just after the oil industry. And the environmental damage is increasing as the industry grows. According to Business of Fashion in 2050, the Arctic Circle, that is Earth's pristine white snow cap, will be soon green. Future, there will be no snow but the moss. Down in the South Canadian tundra, permafrost has prevented trees from growing cotton and eke out low yield harvests. Because they are blighted by droughts on soil quality, water scarcity is becoming a threat even in growing cotton. When we take cotton, 43 million tons of chemicals are used to produce textiles each year, which includes pesticides needed to grow cotton to the heavy metals found in the dyes. A lot of people think growing cotton is natural and then it's sustainable. It was told by Courtney Sanders, co-founder of Well Made Clothes. But growing cotton needs 20,000 liters of water per kilo of raw fiber and requires a large amount of pesticides. Organic cotton uses rainwater and no pesticides by guaranteeing farmers work at premium price. Even though when organic cotton is used, garments, they're really expensive but can be recycled as a garment composite heap at the end. But if they use any small plastic buttons or metal zips to the organic cotton, it cannot be used again because it will not biodegrade and it will be a waste problem again. Garment waste start right at the beginning of manufacturing. 20% of the fabric is discarded during the cutting process, and dyeing is the most thing which contributes towards the water pollution because it uses large amount of water, and there are large amount of color dyes which are released in the river waters and causing more water pollution. In UK based charity RAP, the Waste and Resource Action Program has estimated that 140 million worth of clothing goes into landfills each year, and staggering 30 million worth of unused clothing is still sitting in the wardrobes of fashion, RAP 2000. The advent of online shopping, e-commerce, is making a huge impact in the fashion industry. Positively or negatively, it is helping fast fashion. Everyone wanted to be totally updated in trends. You can buy whatever you want from wherever you want if you have app or phone online. With increasing advantages and development of technology, unfortunately, online shopping also contributes towards fast fashion. After the goods are being purchased, consumers use it twice or thrice and throw it, or either use it for cleaning purposes, again it goes to the trash. Rare people donate it to charity. Now let us talk about the consumer point of view in fast fashion and some advantages of it. First, price. Consumer gets everything cheap. Next is the trends. The new upcoming trends keeps track of the consumers and they get to wear new clothes every month or every season. This makes consumer happy. And the next is the cheapest price, and they get to wear new clothes for every occasion and it does not repeat it. According to MarketLine, a business information company, a global apparel industry has been growing 5% yearly rate since 2012 and nearly $1.5 trillion in sales for 2017. The industry has no signs of slowing as a market and is projected to experience 5.91% yearly growth over the next 3 years. By 2020 and 2025, the market size of the apparel industry is expected to reach a mind-boggling of 1.65 trillion sales in US dollars worldwide. I was really shocked when I discovered this, as it amounts to 60% increase in the market size since the $1.05 trillion pool in 2001. We communicate who we are through clothing. First of all, clothing is needed for production, providing warmth, Expressing one's taste and is a form of expression. We used to have fashion system before, and that has nothing to do with today's industry. It's all about fast fashion now. Fashion is now based on materialism. The problem is the high price. Garment factory in Bangladesh collapsed, killing more than 1138 people. Another garment factory collapsed which killed more than 100 people. This is all due to fast fashion. These are done in developing countries to minimize costs and maximize profit. The international brand pressurizes the factory owners, threatening to close and move production to another country if the clothes are not cheap enough. The owners in turn pressurize their workers.
And I want it all. I want it all. And I want it all. And I need you to get it. I need you to get it. 'Cause I want it all.
Seeing all this led me to the sustainable hunt. Bottle Top began in 2002 through a design collaboration with the iconic British house Mulberry, supporting artisans in Africa and local health education projects. Bottle Top creates collections of fashion accessories using finest sustainably sourced materials and upcycled materials made by the artisans in developing parts of the world. Now let us look into the interview of the person from Bottle
Let
Top.
me go directly into the questions. Okay, sustainability is becoming an important issue for the fashion industry. How are you going to address the issue of sustainability for your brand?
Well, sustainability has been an issue in fashion for a very long time. But now I think people are ready, and obviously they are at the edge of something in the world that is going to change, and it has to change in order to keep the planet healthy. For us, Bottle Top, we've started like this. So the way we found to make everything sustainable was to find the materials first and the technique, rather than designing a collection and then sourcing other things. So I think this way, and this is something that we constantly discuss in this very shop, because we also hold talks here with fashion professionals and scientists in order to discuss, the future of fashion, the materials and everything. This is something that a lot of brands have, found their way in order to make things sustainable. Was to find materials for then,
As most of the fashion designers and some consumers know the brand Stella McCartney, it is one of the best sustainable brand. In an interview, Stella McCartney says she studied to be a fashion designer and she believes in luxury and fashion designing. She thinks there's something called sustainable fashion, facing all the sacrifice of all the things in order to be more responsible during the purchase. She says she makes beautiful products, but not in a way it's harmful to the environment or society, but in a way it's durable. She thinks she creates great clothes, and she wants other industry people to do that and manufacture and produce sustainable products. Starting from the beginning, the rocks in the front of her store are from her family farmer's garden. Likewise, the staircase is 100% steel and the urban indoor garden and a striking skylight. Even in the fitting rooms, everything was sustainable. Sustainability is the massive part of what we do as a brand, and therefore the massive part of our store. Adidas launched 2 new trainer styles made from recycled ocean plastic. Each pair uses 11 plastic bottles, and company's goal is to make million pairs of recycled plastic in this year alone. That's really appreciable.
Now, in research and development side, we need more investment in fiber manufacturing, and people need to get more braver in investing in the market for testing the new fibers as well, says the advised the former UK Prime Minister Tony on sustainability. The awareness of not using plastic came in 2018. And can we turn 2019 into a fashion revolution by putting an end to fast fashion and starting a sustainable fashion? I'm guilty that I was a victim of fast fashion, and I got the garments and only for few times and threw it. Now I quit that.
We have to take the responsibility to change our own buying behavior by buying less but buying better, that lasts longer or easier to donate and upcycle. Ending this video essay by telling some of my thoughts which will help you reduce the fashion and textile waste. First, before you buy a dress, research the values which are more important for you. For example, organic fibers, or you want chemical-free dyes or recycled fabrics, fair right to workers, zero waste or sustainable campaign. If you no longer wish to wear the garment, donate them to charity instead of using them to clean tables and store tops. Start shifting to sustainable brands. Wash clothes before you use for the first time because it's directly from the dyeing. Try finding clothes secondhand. It's not a cheap living, but it's a sustainable way of living. Buy dresses completely made of organic fabric or recycled fabric. Buy quality garments that will last longer and easier to resell. If you don't want to donate them or resell them, redesign them and repair them into new trends.